Well, Peter Obi, the Labour Party presidential candidate in the 2023 elections, is attending the Democratic National Convention in Chicago and spoke with Arise International correspondent Adesua Giwa-Osage on the importance of democracy and entrenching it in Nigeria for the betterment of the common man, saying that the government should be focused on pulling Nigerians out of poverty.
Democratic National Convention in Chicago, Illinois, with Mr. Peter Obi, the presidential candidate for the Labour Party in the 2023 general elections in Nigeria. And I believe that you are here on invitation, sir.
Yes, I'm here on invitation of the National Democratic Institute. They usually, every 4 years since 1984, alongside the convention, invite international leaders across the globe. Like this year, they invited from 91 countries, including Nigeria, which they invited a number of us. I saw Professor Sibanjo here, and I'm here to just discuss issues of democracy and good governance, which has been wonderful. I've listened to people across everything, starting from the chairman, Senator Dashel, and this morning we had a discussion with the chair, DNC chair, and the former chair.
Now, when we are speaking about the DNC this year, we must talk about President Joe Biden stepping down and saying that his vice president, Kamala Harris, should run and should get the ticket.
Could a kid with a stutter and modest beginnings in Scranton, Pennsylvania and Claymont, Delaware, grow up to sit behind the resolute desk in the Oval Office? That's because America is and always has been a nation of possibilities. Possibilities. We must never lose that. Never. Kamala and Tim understand that this nation must continue to be a place of possibilities.
Last night, he stood up and he said that he loves his job and he loves his position, but he loves his country more. Do you believe that this shows a selflessness that we do not often see in Nigerian politics?
For me, it was the ultimate sacrifice. For him to say, I love my job, but I love the country more. So I have to step down so that somebody who is more energetic and younger can do it. That's all he described yesterday. And again, I'm so impressed with Hillary Clinton, who was an aspirant alongside Obama, lost to Obama, was a candidate in 2016, and now coming back to support somebody who is younger, more energetic and everything. This is what we are not seeing in our country. And most importantly, all this convention and discussion have been about the people. This is what we're not doing in Nigeria. It's been about the people, the common people, the poor people, the average American. It is not about me and everything. And when you look at the people who are all involved, I was, listening and talking with the chair of DNC, Jamie Harrison, who is just somebody who was born in the 70s and from a single mom, being raised by the grandparents. You could see a background that is ordinary, becoming something and being part of it. Government, with every expenditure, must be to the people.
And how do you feel about the current state of our nation?
Well, it is for people to see it, where we are today and what is happening to us. And that's why I said, when you listen to people here, it is not about doing this or doing that. It's about cutting costs and pushing it to the people. When Biden was giving his testimony yesterday, he spoke a lot about issues of health, issues of how he has brought the cost down for the common person. I don't want to compare Nigeria and America. I've always done that. I want to compare us with other countries like Indonesia, where you have today over 90% insurance covering poor people. You look at Vietnam, where you have over 80% insurance covering the poor. Health. These are critical, where you have literacy of over 90%, literacy in Indonesia, over 90% in Vietnam, covering the people. This is what is important. So when I listen to people in America, I compare with other developing countries and see we need to do something very quickly, especially about the poor, pulling people out of poverty, dealing with the issues of the poor people in the north, the downtrodden, those who don't know where the next meal will